Hello, my name is Mrs. Isom and I teach second grade at Stout Field, and we're getting ready to go on a microscope hike with Mr. Rick Crosslin.
Hey, thanks for that introduction. This is going to be a great day of discovery because I don't know what we're going to find. We're going to go to a place that's very special, a place that people didn't even know about until something was invented. In fact, it was invented by a scientist named Leeuwenhoek from Holland. He invented the microscope and the hand lens. We'd used lenses before, like a glass bottle with water in it, but this is our hand lens. It's also called a magnifying lens, and it helps one of our senses. Do you think it helps how we smell the world?
No.
Do you think it helps how we hear the world?
No.
Taste the world?
No.
Oh, it must be how we feel the world.
No.
Then what this is, a science tool is supposed to help our senses. What sense does it help?
Sight.
Oh, our sight. Yeah, our sight. Okay, so let's take a look at this first. It has two lenses, and they are, here's a new word for you, convex. Concave is something goes like that. Convex goes like that. Your eye has a lens in it that's convex. So does this lens. Take a look at it. This hand lens has two lenses. Now there's a couple ways to do this. I might squat down here and show you one way. Ready? Here's one way to do it. Put the big lens close to your eye, okay, but not touching your eye. Shut your other eye. Take your thumb and bring it in, and then it will be blurry, but then all of a sudden, bam, it'll be in focus. That's called the focal point or the focus point. Try it again. Put this by your eye. Everybody do it. Shut one eye, take your thumb way out front, your thumb, and bring it in until you can see it and stop. Tell me what you see. Cool?
Yeah.
Huge thumb. All right, there's another way to do it like this. Hold your thumb out. Hold your thumb out. Now take the lens and put it close to your thumb. So either way, I don't care. Either way. Which way do you like better? You like it this way or you like it this way? Bring it to.
This way.
Now, if you thought that was amazing, check this out. Look through the small convex lens. Get it close to your eye. Now bring the thumb up, and oh my goodness.
It's the same as the big one.
It is? Are you the very same or not? Check it out.
The small one makes it a little bit.
The small one makes it bigger, doesn't it?
And closer.
And closer. You have to be closer. So there's a relationship between the size of the lens and the focal point, but that's high stuff. Let's check it out again. I'm going to hold it out here like this and look at it that way through the little one. So you probably guessed it now. We're going to go on a field trip that's not about big things, but about little things. And so we have our clipboard and our pencil and our worksheet. We're going to be going outside. Now we don't have to go far. We don't have to go far for this field trip. In fact, we could probably just start in this room here and look for things. Go ahead and look at your arm and see if there's anything strange on your arm that you don't even know about. Maybe you have visitors that you didn't even know about.
Oh, I have hair.
Wait a minute, I see it.
Oh, I have hair.
You have hair on your arms?
I already know I have hair.
Shocking. Wait, here. Look, there's some cooties. No.
I already know I have hair.
Here's a strange place. Check out my beard. Maybe I have something in my beard. Use your hand. Who wants to do it? Come over here. Anything?
No.
A little bit of black stuff. All right. All right, let's have a seat. A little bit of white fur. Thank you very much. All right, so let's take a look at one more thing. We're going to use this tool, but then we have a different tool, which is a microscope. And this, we'll take it out carefully, actually says 30x. What do you think the 30x stands for?
30,
Say it. 30 times. Yeah, 30 times. This makes things 30 times bigger.
Oh.
Wow. All right, now there's a couple features on it. There's a light switch, which you don't need to know, or you can need to know. It's not a flashlight, just extra light. But let me show you something. The way this works, it has to be touching. You just can't hold it like that. It has to be touching a surface, and then you look through, and there's a focus. So put it down, turn the light on, and focus it. Let's take a closer look at this. Okay, let me show you just a little bit more about how these microscopes work. See, it says 30x. That means it makes it 30 times bigger, right? It also says illuminated. That means it comes with a light. But this little blue thing is more like a shade. You can move the light in and out, so you don't need to use that. You don't always need to use the light, okay? So, but you do need to do this. You need to put it flat down on something, like right there where it says 30x. You have to put it flat down. If you hold it like that, it'd be a problem. Remember when we looked at this big one had a big focus, right? And the little one, you had to get really close focus. Well, this 30x, you have to be that close. So I'm going to turn the light on by my switch. And then there's a focus wheel on the side. And that brings it up and down and focus. And the only way you can do this is actually look through it and focus. Oh my goodness. Cool. Until they invented the microscope, they didn't even know there was a world of small things. Didn't even know. Didn't know what germs were. Didn't know that creatures could be so small. And so this microscope really helps us. Some people say as big as things get in the world, as suns and universes and galaxies, that there's also worlds that are small. And this microscope is the key for us to find those worlds. So as long as that's flat, it's fine. I can even put this on my skin and it should be focused. Oh, it is. Very strange. Very strange. I got a boo-boo on my finger. That must be really... Oh my goodness. So let's go practice some more. The only way these work, not like that, they won't work. They have to be flat down. One side's a light. There's your viewing part. So put it right there and then use the focus wheel. Deal?
Deal.
All right. Go dive into the microscopic world 30 times 30x.
I want to see. Whoa. It has to be touching, Cadence. If you want to see something, it has to touch what you want to see. You know how the hand lens you hold it.
Hey, let me show you how we're going to do this. All right, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to use, we'll use this one too. Thank you. So we have some grass, and here's our worksheet, and I have Eliza's here, but it's okay. So our first thing we're going to do is we're going to write grass as our subject. And you might want to look at it like this first, and this is only about a 2x or a 3x, okay? You know what that means? 2x or 3x? What does that mean?
Like 2 times and 3 times.
2 times, right. But we're going to use these right here. And these are 30x. So I'm going to write grass at 30x. And I'm going to put it right here, and maybe the roots. And so turn on your light, take a look at it, and there, put it over the viewing.
What about a table?
And let's focus and see what that's like. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And then I want you to draw what you see. And this one's kind of weird. It kind of looks like another world. Doesn't even look like grass. Okay? And then I'm going to look at my grass leaf right here. Missed it. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait till you see that. You won't believe what it looks like. You won't believe what that grass looks like. Looks like a highway with bumps on it. Hey, don't take my word for it. You got a microscope. You got a piece of grass. Make your observations. Go ahead.
Okay, friends, I need you to get your microscope, your hand lens, your notebook, and your board and your pencil, and be ready to line up for our microscope hike.
Our first thing we're going to do is we're going to stop right here on the sidewalk. I want you to get down the sidewalk and look into the grass. So get on either side. Some of you can be over here, and some of you can be over there. Okay, so you're looking into the grass. I want you to use your hand lens, get down your knees, look at your hand lens, and let's see what we can find right here in the grass. Has anybody found anything yet? What did you find? Webs? Okay. Try to find something that you want to draw and investigate more.
It looks like these look
A spider web, okay.
It's little. Me too, but it has like it's wet.
Use your hand lens.
It's wet.
Okay, let's try our microscope on the sidewalk. The sidewalk, which is made out of cement. So go ahead and open up your microscope and look on the sidewalk. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, wow. Hey, there might be some little bitty red bugs. See what we can find. Huh? No, they're called mites. They're a little red. I haven't seen one yet. Oh, there's an ant. Cool. Check it out. Okay, everybody has a flower. Look at it with your hand lens first. Do it with both the small and the large hand lens. And then take a part of it and lay it down on your board and use your microscope. Go ahead and make a drawing of your flower petal. It looks like a cactus under a microscope? Wow. Let's leave your paper there. Let's take your hand lens and your microscope and let's go look at the brick wall and see if we can find anything interesting in the brick wall. Let's go check it out. So the first thing you found is the daddy long legs. That one we can't use the microscope, can we?
No.
But you can use your hand lens.
No, we can't.
Okay, let's look right against the brick wall and see what it looks like when you look right against the brick wall with your microscope. Go ahead, check it out. Wonder what kind of small creatures live inside the cracks on these bricks. Let me know if you see anything. Very cool. Okay, so let's find a piece of mulch. First use your hand lens and then use your microscope.
Wow, it looks weird.
Okay, we've been on the sidewalk. Let's boldly go where no science kids have ever gone. Let's go and find a crack on the blacktop. You up for it? Who knows what's living there? Let's go find out. No, we can't go down there. We can go to the club.
Careful with your tools. Janessa, come over here to a crack.
Yeah, you owe me too.
Might be a rock. Not a rock. Why would a rock be blue? It's blue rock. Whoa! My mirror's like a...
Trying to move away from that rock.
3 anthills. 4 anthills. 5.
5.
It's an ant city. As you can see, we could be on this microscope hike all day long. They've just found Ant City with a bunch of ants, so it's an opportunity to make some observation on the ants. And hope you have time to go outside. All it takes is a microscope or hand lens, and you go on your own microscope hike.
Microscopes are cool.